Hello friends, welcome back. Now in this lecture, we will be understanding the concept of GST, that is Goods and Services Tax. So as you all know, GST has become online and made our life hassle-free. As in the past years, we have to deposit the returns, we have to stand in the queues, but now we don't have to stand in the long queues and spend most of our time of the year in income tax department now or sales department. Now the GST online has made a portal, that is GSTN, Goods and Services Tax Network online, that allows you to make the registration over there, deposit your challans or download your challans from there, take refunds from the site, deposit your returns online, and submit your audit reports as well. So this has made our life hassle free. Now, how you can take the registration of your GSTN number? So for that, you must have your valid PAN number, that is your permanent account number. You must have your valid mobile number, email address, and the documents that is mandatory to process your registration application. So the next thing that you must have is your place of your business and an authorized signatory who is the resident of India with valid details including his PAN card. So at least one proprietor or partner member with corresponding PAN number, IFSC number of the same bank and branch that you will be opening your business account, your current account. Then you must have your valid bank account number from India and the jurisdiction details. This is the basic simple details that you must carry before registering or taking the GSTIN number from the GSTN portal. So moving forward, as we know, GST has removed all the taxes like central taxes and state taxes like service tax, CST, customs, central excise, VAT, entertainment tax, entry tax, purchase tax, and so on. These all taxes has combined in a single individual tax, that is goods and services tax. As you know, earlier we were paying VAT, CST, so excise, the duty tax, the luxury tax, entertainment tax, and you cannot take the benefit of input tax credit with any of the tax. Like you cannot take the input tax credit or the benefit, you cannot adjust the amount of VAT with your CST. Like if you have paid the amount of VAT 100 rupees and you receive the amount of CST 80 rupees, you cannot avail the input tax credit of that 80 rupees. Rather, you have to deposit 180 rupees to the government. But now in GST regime, government has made this simpler and all the taxes has combined into a one single tax, that is GST. And under this, if you are selling the goods interstate or intrastate, then you can avail the benefit and can avail input tax credit with each other. So now the purpose of GST was, the main purpose is to make in India, to accelerate the concept, the theme of Make in India movement. Make in India movement. So these are the initial and main purpose of bringing GST in India. Now, government has specified some of the tax rates under GST tax regime, that is 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. So for that, there is a specified list for each and every commodity and services. You have to check the list from GSTN portal. You can download it from that or can search on the Google site as well. Now, forward, क्या बोलूं? Now, Stepping forward. Now, stepping forward, I am giving you a brief about CGST, SGST, and IGST. CGST stands for Central GST, and this is applicable on supplies within the state, whether it is goods or it is services. Tax collected will be shared to the center government. And now in the SGST stands for state GST tax and applicable on goods and services both, but this is deposited with the state government. And now IGST is a accumulated amount of CGST and SGST. This is an integrated GST tax that is applicable on interstate and import transactions. The tax collected is shared in some percentage between center and state government as prescribed by the government. So if you have IGST of 16%, then on that particular product, the CGST and SGST will be divided in the ratio of 50-50, that is 8% and 8%. But this is in the case of 95% commodities and services. For the 5% of the commodities and services, government has specified a list where the IGST has specified in a specific ratio where it has to be bifurcated. Now, let's take an example. How does GST eliminated the tax on tax? So, let's understand with the help of an example of Start Scooters. Here, Start Scooters manufactures the scooter and the cost here comes to 1 lakh rupees. On this cost, it applies excise duty of rupees 10,000. On that amount, total amount, they apply VAT to sale to Avon Automobiles, a dealer. So the dealer invoice comes to 1,23,200. So this is a local sale. That's why Start Scooters applied VAT of 12%. But when Avon Automobiles take a cost or calculate its base cost, then the base cost will be 1 lakh plus 10,000. Why? Because the Avon Automobiles cannot take the input tax credit of excise duty amount. So that's why they are adding this excise amount in their cost amount. So the dealer cost to this Avon Automobiles comes to 1,10,000, and then they add a profit margin of rupees of 10%, that comes to 11,000. On net sale price, they add VAT at 12%, and the customer has to pay 1,35,520. Now, if I see in the GST structure, what happens is Start Scooters, a manufacturer for which the cost comes to 1 lakh rupees, doesn't need to add excise. They simply have to pay CGST and SGST of rupees 11,000, and the dealer invoice comes to 1,22,000. Now, when he sells the scooter to Avon Automobiles, then the dealer cost is 1 lakh rupees only. Why? Because now the dealer is not adding excise duty here. So the dealer cost will remains the same, but the dealer is adding his margin of rupees 10,000, and the net sale price becomes 1,10,000. On that, they are paying the tax, CGST and SGST, and for this amount, they can take the input tax credit from the manufacturer's invoice, and the customer have to pay 1,34,200. In spite, in the above structure, the customer have to pay 1,35,520. So from this, the customer is saving around 1% of his total amount. So how? In this way, the customer is happy, the dealer is happy, and the manufacturer is also happy.